I am Mudita, and welcome back to Satisfactory. This playthrough started in 1.0, and I'm on update 1.1. I have been having a ton of fun and love all the changes in this update. I have been preparing a lot of the major parts I need to go nuclear. I have singularity cells. I have the fixed site trigons. Electromagnetic control rods, and a number of other parts already automated. I am making 250 packaged rocket fuel just for drones. That way I can use them all over the place here in the endgame and move many of those parts around. I absolutely love the changes to fuel, and the new pathing for the drones seems to be better. Recently, I've been working on the actual power plant. I'm going to take up a large amount of the water just outside the swamp for this. Once I got to a certain part of the build, I got my drones up and running so that I could start testing the throughput. I got every one of them working and was having no issues. So I started working on the rest of the build, getting everything belted up, connected to power, so on. And I started to notice a few random things start happening. For example, all of a sudden one drone port bringing in sulfur that was working fine for over an hour had its throughput drop dramatically. And then later on I noticed the same thing with the electromagnetic control rods. I'm currently at the point where I do the rest of the decorating, and I'll probably continue to work on that. However, there is a bug that has apparently been in the game since 1.0, and it's the reason I'm not sure I can actually turn this on. Drones will randomly freeze mid-flight, and they'll stay this way until you reload the game. If you save and reload, it'll just start flying again. That being said, it's probably already messed up the factory it was supplying, depending on how long it was frozen. Usually best just to load an older save or a recent autosave. If I only had a couple of drones in the world, I might be able to check the map every so often and make sure they're all fine. But as you can see, I have way too many to be able to do that at this point. My fear is that the drones taking aluminum from the red forest to my packaged rocket fuel up here will freeze and then stop making fuel for the drones, and then they all stop. But that's only for the current setup. I'm trying to rely on dozens of drones to bring in the necessary parts to the nuclear factory. It only takes one of them to stop working for the whole thing to become inefficient or come crashing down completely. And this is how it can just cripple my world. This one froze just too close to the drone port, so it's essentially taken out both drones, and this drone port is now not going to do anything. So at this point, I'm a little stuck, and certainly open to suggestions. Am I overreacting? Originally, I was going to call this video, I relied too much on drones and now my save is unplayable. I felt that was just a little too clickbaity and, not quite true. It's still playable. I just don't think I can finish the game the way I want to without just completely reworking things. I really want to finish this playthrough. I'm really proud of how this factory is coming along, and I was excited to show it off. There is definitely more lag than when I first started the save, but for the save being over 30 megabytes and my computer not being all that new, the game is running surprisingly well. The hover pack bug is very annoying, but I'm willing to deal with it because I know eventually I'll get my fly mod back. But unless this bug with the drones gets fixed, I would need to retrofit my entire world to not use drones. And I'll be honest, I just don't want to do that. So if you have any other suggestions besides that, I am all ears. If you've experienced this yourself, or you just want to be able to see me finish this series, consider clicking the link that will be pinned in the comments. It'll take you to a post on the Satisfactory Q&A site. There was already a post made when I went to go look. You'll need to create an account, but that shouldn't take more than 30 seconds. And then you can give it the old thumbs up. If you haven't checked it out before, it's a great website as the devs check it often. You can also post suggestions for features that you would like to see in the future. I'm pretty stubborn, and I've put a few tens of hours into this factory. I honestly feel it's the best thing I've built in this game, and I really want to see it turned on. So I'm gonna finish this factory, and hopefully I'll have that video out by the end of the week. After that, I'm most likely going to put this playthrough on hold until this gets fixed or there's a decent enough workaround. I'll probably take a little break and play some Shapes 2 or some other factory game. If you'd like to see a couple videos on that or have any other game suggestions, let me know. It's never long until Satisfactory draws me back, so if this does take a while to get fixed, I'll start a new playthrough. That one might not use drones or power switches. So look forward to all that, and thanks for watching.